All right, everyone. Hello, this is Jay, and I'm coming at you with what will probably be the last video for the development of CoCoGROW, which is a project that I started in response to the Coco Cruise Coco Fest challenge, and the game is uh, very close to its final um, look and play as far as the way it works. You can see here, if you're familiar at all with the previous games, been watching the videos, or if you've been downloading and playing them, it has changed cosmetically quite a bit, um, and also has some significant changes as far as the actual gameplay as well, and we'll go through those. You can notice that it is in beta version 0.3, and like I said, I believe that will be the last beta version before it becomes essentially the release. Um, so I did re-implement the um, palette swap from RGB to composite, so spacebar will make that color change. So if you're playing on one or the other, you can swap to be able to have the colors be correct for your setup. Um, Also, I did change the initial screen here. I shortened up the wording a bit. Couple reasons. Main reason for that is that I ran short on memory space, which is also another large reason why I'm deciding to pretty much leave it in this state for release, because I'm pretty much out of memory. Currently, I'm at 27 kilobytes of memory size on the binary, and I'm not super knowledgeable on how much space there should be available, but that seems about right between 1000 hex and then 8000 hex for the video space. So it seems like that would be about where you'd want to end up. Uh, so, anyways, that's anytime if I try going over 27K, I get anywhere from intermittent weird glitches to the game just basically locking up the computer or locking up the emulator, and yeah, so I had to make some changes to try to. I still had some features I wanted to implement, and I needed some memory space to be able to do that. So part of that was shortening some of the text lines in order to gain back that memory space, because every character that you have it put on the screen has to be saved as data somewhere to so the computer has it to place it, and obviously that all takes space. So shortening them gave me bytes here and there. um, so let's see. Oh, I also added just a small, well, not small, but the bottom line 2020 date, just to kind of say when the game was made. So let's go into the instructions here, and I'll just show you a few changes in the instructions, but nothing earth-shattering. That screen did not change. On this screen, the third paragraph, I just added some words that were suggested by a couple, I guess at least one person on Facebook as an improvement. So I just said I added that the pink cursor is used to plow. That was already there. And I said N must be used prior to planting. So just to make it obvious that you have to plow before you can plant. Um, on this page, no major changes to what was already there, but I did add the bottom that grass grows in unplanted tiles, and then I gave what the grass tiles look like in their 4 stages of growth, just so people kind of happens automatically in the game, whether you want it to or not. But this just kind of lets people know that there is grass and that it grows in stages like all the other crops. But obviously, grass cannot be harvested. And I believe that's the last screen. No changes here. If you will notice, the last version had AI not implemented yet in the instructions and also here in the home screen. That is no longer true. I did implement the AI mode, and what we can do is we can go into AI easy mode, which is our number 2 here, and I'll show you what's going on there now. So when you hit AI easy mode, it tells you your AI cache amount becomes active, and it also tells you which mode of AI you're in. As you can see, says we're in easy, which is what we asked for. On the right hand side, where the blank space was for a long time, I added a legend. The legend basically gives all the keys on the keyboard, what they do or what they are, in a short description of kind of what they do, just so that it's available to people to have as a reference while they're playing the game. One other major change, which was also suggested by a few people on Facebook, and I decided to implement, is that the arrow keys, before the arrow keys, if I pressed up, it would take us in this direction. I changed that now so that that direction is now considered left, and then right is obviously the other direction. And I did that to try it out and see how it felt. It does feel slightly more natural that when you're pressing the left key, you're kind of going to the left on the screen, and when you press the right key, you're kind of going to the right. The up and down, it isn't totally intuitive as far as the direction that it moves, just because of the isometric projection. But it is something that I believe is a little bit easier to get used to than what it was the other way, because the other way you're pressing the left arrow key to go up, and it just kind of felt weird. That's interesting. I got a full-grown wheat. Huh. I have to look into that. That's strange. I wonder if we can go plant on that. Let's go find out. See if grass grows back in there as we're waiting here. But anyway, you can see that the AI cache is, you know what that is? I had that happen before, and I believe it's because I'm really close to being short on memory, and that is one of the last tiles. So maybe the memory's being corrupted in some way, because it's at the end of the memory space. It's just a guess on my part, but kind of makes sense being what we just saw there, because all the tiles essentially are given a tile number. So I guess if that number got changed somehow when it wasn't supposed to, you would get potentially a tile that didn't belong somewhere. So like I said, I know that I am very close on what I can be at memory wise, so that may have been why we saw that. And we'll get some memory back when the beta version goes away, so shouldn't be any issues with that. I did test this quite a bit earlier today. As you can see, the AI cache amount is ticking up. In easy mode, it goes up relatively slow. I did play the game in easy and hard mode, and was able to win a game each mode. Well, several games in easy, and took a couple games in hard to be able to get the win, but I was able to do it. Have not tried Ludicrous. Ludicrous is pretty quick, just by watching the advancement of the cache amounts. So that's going to be pretty tough if that's something you want to try to beat. But I will be interested to see if there is any way it is able to beat it. Let's see. think that's everything about this screen. So I'll just go back and show you the other two AI screens. Are essentially the same, but they just show you what mode you're in so that you're aware of what you're playing in. So obviously we're in hard mode now, and you will see the algorithm that I made uh, for AI cache being um, increased and updated. Um, Essentially, it has randomness to it. It's not a standard amount like every so many clock ticks or whatever. It is randomized, but it essentially just causes the AI to gain cache more quickly in hard mode and even more quickly in. See, I got one again. Got the pumpkin. And the and then in Ludicrous it's even faster. So let's go back to the main menu. And we'll go to 4. So just tell us we're in Ludicrous. And what I'm going to do is just sit here and just wait for it to go through a clock tick and update the cache and see if I get another random grown crop somewhere. If it's at the end of the what would be the end, one of the end tiles for the uh, isometric tile grid, then that kind of puts a little more. Well, it is on the end, the last row, but it's still up there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into shedding some more binary space, some more memory space here, because I can't imagine that has to be something to do with some sort of corruption as far as the memory goes, just because I'm so tight on it. But like I said, just a guess. It's not something I can 100% verify. Well, I guess I could probably go through the. I probably could get the assembly and maybe figure out where the data structure is in the assembly code. But I haven't done that. You can see we're already at 120 for AI cache, so Ludicrous goes up pretty fast, and it's gonna be pretty tough to beat on this level. So let's go back to menu. What I'm going to do is go into the time mode and see if we get any kind of weird artifacting at the time click like we saw in the other modes. Yeah, so I'm definitely having memory issues. The game just locked up, so that is definitely causing me an issue. So what we'll do here, live time, just to kind of show kind of where we go. So I'm going to go back into my CoCoGROW here, and the game was working earlier with no issues. So the only thing I added, let me gotta find the right spot here. The only thing that I added was, should be up here. Why am I not finding what I want to find here? Well, let's go here and see what we can find. Maybe I'm just thinking about the wrong spot. I thought that it was up higher though. Oh, I know why. This is the wrong thing. Hang on a second. There it is. Alright, so I added this beta. So what we'll do is we will comment that out, and then we'll save and recompile the game and relaunch it. Alright, so let's go back into easy mode and see if we get any kind of weird artifacting again. I know it's extending the video a little bit, but might be interesting to some of you folks to see how I troubleshoot some of these problems. Because like I said, I had played the game quite a bit and it was working fine prior to adding the beta version back in, so that may have been just enough memory to start causing me problems by making the binary push up into memory that it shouldn't be in. Let's see what we get here when I get our first tick. See if we get any kind of weird, now see we didn't get anything there in that tick. So I'm thinking that probably might have fixed the issue. Let's go back and we'll try, excuse me, we'll go back and try the other modes, see if anything weird happens there. So this is hard mode. And we'll just wait for the first tick here. See if we get see if we get any weird images. Nope. So we got a tick there, no issues. So let's go back to the menu. And we'll go into ludicrous mode and wait for a tick there and see if anything weird pops up. So waiting for the tick, see if we get anything weird going on. Nope, no weirdness there, so that's good. Let's go back and we'll try all the other modes to make sure that nothing else weird happens. Alright, so that's single player mode, no issues there. Let's go into the instructions, make sure that they play through correctly. So the instructions play fine, and I can see I can go around to all the different modes. So you can see how just that little bit of memory that I freed up by getting rid of the beta text was enough to let the game run correctly. So that just goes to show you how close I am on memory for the game. But everything seems to be well now, so this will be the version that I will upload for everybody to play, and see what we get out of that. So, like I said, I'm going to upload this like I have done in the past, and I'll ask anybody who's interested to download it, play with it, see if they can find anything that I haven't found. Let me know if they see any kind of bugs or weirdness when they're playing, and if there's nothing major that comes out of any of that play testing, then like I said, this will probably be the version that will be considered released. So thanks for watching, and please download it and give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and if you find it, if you find any issues or whatever, or if you just have any comments in general, please feel free to leave them on Facebook or on YouTube with the video. That's it. Thanks, and thank you for watching.